Merry Explore Tulsa to you!
You mean Merry Christmas.
Well, that too, but if you didn't get what you asked for Christmas, you can always work out your frustrations with Alicia and Chance at the Angry X.
I know some people, they throw it so hard that, their hand slips on the axe, or they may try to throw it through the backing or something like that, and they get really frustrated about it. But I have to just say, just relax and, just concentrate.
This was definitely Chance's idea. He's always loved throwing sharp objects. We have throwing knives hidden around our house instead of guns.
And so I grew up throwing knives, ninja stars, axes, just anything I could. And I grew up on a small farm. So, when I found out that people threw axes as a sport, I thought it was the coolest thing. And I remember being pretty good at throwing axes, just because of how axes work. So I thought, I can do that, and I really enjoy it as well. Me and my wife were in Dallas, and we decided to go to one of the axe throwing venues. There wasn't many in the Midwest, so when we actually tried it, we went to a place that was there, and we just fell in love with it. It was the coolest thing to be able to, in the city, throw axes, go to a place and compete with different people, have some, fun and games.
So throwing sharp things has always been his thing, but he definitely put me on to how much fun it can be, and now I've kind of fell in love with it too.
They have different leagues and people compete, and based on the competition, just like bowling, they can travel around, they can compete on a national scale or even an international scale.
Whenever you have competition, you're bringing community together, so you have a group of friends you can hang out with rather than just do this on your own. So the competition part of it really makes you something you can be a part of and find your niche and find your sport, because not everyone has a sport that they can get into, especially if the physical part of it is difficult. So with axe throwing, everyone can be a part.
So we joined the World Axe Throwing League, and we're planning to open a league and kind of get one started here, so that way people can then go to Chicago or go to Canada or just different places and they can compete. Obviously you want to throw it hard enough to have some, to get the axe to the target, and then also to have it stick. But some people think that the harder they throw it, then the more likely it will stick, and that's just not the case.
The reason why it's great for women too is just because it looks like such a manly, masculine thing, and for women to be able to come and do it just as well as the guys, because it's more about technique, not about just sheer power and might.
If you throw it harder, it's gonna complete its rotation faster as it's moving faster. So if their rotation's wrong, it's not gonna stick no matter what how hard they throw it.
So I think for women, it's just another thing where we're kind of at an equal playing field and we can hang with the boys just as well as they do. We definitely want to have where people can just walk in and try it on their own or with their friends, and then we want the people who take this more seriously and do want to make it a sport, we'll have league nights for them to come and compete.
Well, before we wanted to open a place, we decided to do a couple different mobile, we took a mobile unit to Oktoberfest, we did Scottsfest, we did quite a few parties and different events just to see what people thought about it. And people love it. It's so much fun, because if you're not used to throwing axes, or if you've never thrown an axe before, it automatically looks difficult. So, and you think, oh no, that's dangerous, I'm not going to be good at it, but it's fairly easy. After a couple times, people typically, they can make it stick. And when that happens, it gives you a rush for sure. When
I first started doing it, it was solely to show Chance up, just because I couldn't get a stick. So I was like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna practice as hard as I can, because he's just naturally good at it. And what I love about it now is, now I can do it with my friends as well, and just seeing everyone else come and enjoy it just as much as we do, that's such a cool feeling.
My vision is to open it up fully to the public. People can come in, they can just have a good time throwing axes. We'll have a couple competition lanes and World Axe Throwing League lanes, and then we'll also just have some cool targets as well. So hopefully it'll just be a cool place to hang out. People can come and enjoy it, kind of like you would if you were going to go bowling or something like that.